It's been 13 years since the Steelers have traded up in the first round of the NFL draft. They did it for Santonio Holmes to move up 7 spots. They had to flip first-round picks, and they gave up a 3rd and 4th. Before that, you have to go all the way back to 2003. They moved up 11 spots from 27 to 16, and they took Troy Polamalu. The cost, swapping first-round picks again, plus a 3rd and a 6th-round pick, but the get was enormous. Will they do it again? Let's go live to Steeler headquarters to Rich Walsh. Lots of options, Rich. What do they do?
Bob, we know they want one of the Devins, but it would cost an awful lot to move up in the draft to get one of those. They really like Devin White, who is projected to go 5 at Tampa. I think that would cost too much. Maybe Devin Bush inside the top 10. They would have to make a deal with someone like Detroit, picking at 8. Buffalo maybe at 9, because you'd have to get ahead of Denver and Cincinnati. Both of those teams really like Devin Bush. And if for some reason Bush makes it past 11 at Cincinnati, the Steelers would have to get ahead of the Giants at 17, maybe make a deal with Carolina or Washington to get one of those two guys. I don't think Devin Bush makes it to 20 for the Steelers.
All right, let's say the cost is too high and that's not available. What then is plan B? Because defensive backs, it is a deep pool of players this year.
Well, I don't see the Steelers trading down and trying to acquire more picks. They already have 10 picks. So I think they're going to move up at some point in the draft. If it isn't today, maybe tomorrow. If they don't move up today, I think they stay at 20 and draft the best corner on the board, and I think that guy is LSU's cornerback, Greedy Williams. I've heard the Steelers really like this guy. I think that would be the pick for the Steelers at 20 if he's there. Williams is also one of the fastest guys in the draft, clocking a 4.38.40 at the Combine. The Steelers spent significant time scouting Greedy. They also talked to Washington's Byron Murphy, Georgia's DeAndre Baker. Both of those guys considered to be late first-round draft picks.
Kind of surprising, though, Rich, but the Steelers brought in more running backs to be interviewed in the pre-draft visits, and they obviously want to help with some of the depth after the departure of Le'Veon Bell. So do you think they will draft a running back?
I definitely think they're going to draft a running back. I know they really like James Conner and Jalen Samuels. Both guys have showed a lot of promise, but they brought in a lot of running backs this year for pre-draft interviews and visits here at Steelers headquarters. And the one concern right now is Conner's durability. And the one guy that potentially could be drafted by the Steelers is a local guy. Miles Sanders is the highest-ranked guy the Steelers interviewed. He grew up a Steelers fan, went to Woodland Hills, then Penn State. He really checks all the boxes for the Steelers right now. Plus, he has a year left of school, and he left a year early. That's something the Steelers like. Sanders looks to be a day 2 pick or a 2nd or 3rd round pick, and the Steelers, they could potentially take a running back, and I think that's where they would do it, would be the 2nd or the 3rd pick. But I think the Steelers stay at 20 today because the ask is too much, and I think they draft LSU's cornerback, Greedy Williams.
All right, Rich, thanks very much. We'll check in with you again tonight at 11 o'clock.